Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. Left-wing extremism, commonly known as Naxalism, has been one of India's most formidable internal security challenges. Government has reaffirmed its goal to eliminate left-wing extremism by March 31st, 2026. Here's everything you need to know about India's battle against left-wing extremism. Come along. Left-wing extremism, or LWE, often referred to as Naxalism, is one of India's most serious internal security challenges. Rooted in socio-economic inequalities and fueled by Maoist ideology, LWE has historically affected some of the most remote, underdeveloped and tribal-dominated regions of the country. The movement has aimed to undermine the Indian state through armed rebellion and parallel governance structures, particularly targeting security forces, public infrastructure and democratic institutions. Originating from the Naxalbari movement of 1967 in West Bengal, it spread primarily across the Red Corridor, affecting states like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Maharashtra, Kerala, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh and parts of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The Maoist insurgents claim to fight for the rights of the marginalized, particularly tribal communities, but their methods include armed violence, extortion, destruction of infrastructure, and recruitment of children and civilians. However, in recent years, India's multidimensional counter-LWE strategy, combining security enforcement, inclusive development, and community engagement, has delivered significant success. The movement has been systematically weakened, violence has drastically declined, and many LWE-affected districts are being reintegrated into the national mainstream. The Government of India is committed to completely eliminate Naxalism by 31st March 2026, since Naxalism is seen as the biggest obstacle in the development of remote areas and tribal villages, as it prevents education, healthcare, connectivity, banking, and postal services from reaching these villages.
आतंकवाद हो या नक्सलवाद की समस्या, पिछले 4 सालों में इस प्रकार की चुनौतियों से निपटने की देश की क्षमता में बहुत ज्यादा वृद्धि हुई है, बढ़ोतरी हुई है। इस स्थिति को 2 बातों से समझा जा सकता है। एक तो नक्सली क्षेत्रों में आई हिंसा में कमी से, दूसरा इन क्षेत्रों में होने वाले विकास कार्यों से। एक तरफ जहां हिंसा फैलाने वालों को पूरी सख्ती की है उन पर, वहीं नक्सलवाद प्रभावित इलाकों को विकास की मुख्य धारा से जोड़ने का भी काम किया है।
The number of LWE-affected districts reduced from 126 to 90 in April 2018, 70 in July 2021, and further to 38 in April in 2024. Out of total Naxalism-affected districts, number of most affected districts has been reduced from 12 to 6, which include 4 districts of Chhattisgarh, Bijapur, Kanker, Narayanpur and Sukma, and 1 from Jharkhand, that is West Singhbhum, and 1 from Maharashtra, that is Gadchiroli. Similarly, out of the total 38 affected districts, the number of districts of concern where additional resources need to be intensively provided beyond the severely affected districts has reduced from 9 to 6. These 6 districts are Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Telangana. Due to persistent action against Naxalism, number of other LWE-affected districts has also decreased from 17 to 6. These include districts from Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Telangana. In the last 10 years, over 8,000 Naxalites have abandoned the path of violence, and consequently, the number of Naxal-affected districts has reduced to fewer than 20. The most affected districts and districts of concern are given financial assistance of 30 crore and 10 crore respectively by the Government of India under a special scheme, that is Special Central Assistance, to fill the gaps in public infrastructure. Apart from this, special projects are also provided for these districts as per the need. Incidents of violence by LWE, which reached its highest level of 1936 in 2010, reduced to 374 in 2024, that is a reduction of 81%. The total number of deaths, that is civilians and security forces, has also reduced by 85% during this period from 1005 deaths in 2010 to 150 in 2024.
समय आ गया है कि वामपंथी उग्रवाद की समस्या पर एक मजबूत रणनीति के साथ, रूथलेस रणनीति के साथ अंतिम प्रहार किया जाए। वामपंथी उग्रवाद हमारे देश की लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था के लिए सबसे बड़ी चैलेंज है। विगत 4 दशक में वामपंथी उग्रवाद के कारण करीब 17,000 लोगों की जान गई है। 17,000 लोग, चाहे वो नक्सल आंदोलन से जुड़े हुए युवा हो, चाहे सीएपीएफ के जवान हो, चाहे आम नागरिक हो, 17,000 लोगों का जान इस समस्या के कारण गया है। जब से केंद्र में नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनी, इस समस्या को चैलेंज के रूप में स्वीकार किया गया, दोनों दृष्टि से। एक तो जिनके हाथ में हथियार है उनको हथियार छुड़ाने का प्रयास करना, और नहीं छोड़ते हैं तो उनको एंगेज करना, और दूसरा एक क्षेत्र में विकास का जो अभाव दिखाई पड़ता था, व्यक्तिगत विकास, गांव का विकास और क्षेत्र के विकास, ये 3 लिंब में ये पूरे क्षेत्र को विकास की दिशा में पूरे देश के अनुरूप एक स्तर पर लाना।
The Government of India has adopted a zero-tolerance approach towards left-wing extremism, and with 100% implementation of government schemes, it seeks to fully develop the LWE-affected areas. The government had laid down 2 rules of law to fight left-wing extremism. First, to establish the rule of law in Naxalism-affected areas and completely stop illegal violent activities. Second, to quickly compensate for the loss in these areas which were deprived of development due to the long Naxalite movement. To address the LWE menace holistically, a national policy and action plan to address LWE was approved in 2015. It envisages a multi-pronged strategy involving security-related measures, development interventions ensuring rights and entitlements of local communities. The central government closely monitors the situation and supplements and coordinates their efforts in several ways. These include providing the Central Armed Police Forces, sanction of India Reserve battalions, setting up of counter-insurgency and anti-terrorism schools, modernization and upgradation of the state police and their intelligence apparatus, reimbursement of security-related expenditure under the Security-Related Expenditure Scheme, providing helicopters for anti-LWE operations, assistance in training of state police through the Ministry of Defence, the Central Police Organizations and Bureau of Police Research and Development, sharing of intelligence, facilitating interstate coordination, assistance in community policing and civic action programs. On development side, apart from flagship schemes, the Government of India has taken several specific initiatives in LWE affected states with special thrust on expansion of road network, improving telecommunication connectivity, skilling and financial inclusion. These include Security-Related Expenditure Scheme. This scheme is being implemented as a sub-scheme of the umbrella scheme, Modernization of Police Forces. Under the scheme, the central government reimburses security-related expenditure for LWE affected districts and districts earmarked for monitoring. This reimbursement includes the expenditure relating to training and operational needs of security forces, ex gratia payment to the family of civilians and security forces killed or injured in LWE violence, rehabilitation of surrendered LWE cadres, community policing, village defense committees, and publicity material. The scheme aims at strengthening of the capacity of LWE affected states to fight the LWE menace effectively. During 2014-15 to 24-25, 3,260 crore has been released under the scheme. Special central assistance for most LWE affected districts. This scheme was approved in 2017 and is being implemented as a sub-scheme of the umbrella scheme Modernization of Police Forces. The main objective of the scheme is to fill the critical gaps in public infrastructure and services in most LWE affected districts, which are of the emergent nature. Till now, 3,563 crore have been released since the inception of the scheme in 2017. Special Infrastructure Scheme. This scheme is being implemented as a sub-scheme of the umbrella scheme Modernization of Police Forces. Under Special Infrastructure Scheme, funds are provided for strengthening of state intelligence branches, special forces, district police and fortified police stations. Under this, Rs 1,741 crore have been sanctioned. 221 fortified police stations have been constructed under the scheme. Scheme of Fortified Police Stations. Under the scheme, 400 fortified police stations have been constructed in 10 LWE affected states. Put together, 612 fortified police stations have been constructed in LWE affected areas in the last 10 years. This is in contrast to 2014, when there were only 66 fortified police stations. Assistance to central agencies for LWE management scheme. This scheme is being implemented as a sub-scheme of the umbrella scheme Modernization of Police Forces. Under the scheme, assistance is provided to central agencies for strengthening of infrastructure and hiring charges of helicopters. 1,120 crore have been given to central agencies during the period 2014-15 to 2024-25. Civic Action Program. This scheme is being implemented as a sub-scheme of the umbrella scheme Modernization of Police Forces to bridge the gap between security forces and local people through personal interaction and bring the human face of security forces before the local population. This scheme has been very successful in achieving its goal. Under the scheme, funds are released to CAPFs deployed in LWE affected areas for conducting various civic activities for the welfare of the local people. Media Plan. The Maoists have been guiding and luring innocent tribals, local population in LWE affected areas by their so-called poor-friendly revolution through petty incentives or by following their coercive strategy. Their false propaganda is being targeted against the security forces. Their false propaganda is targeted against the security forces and the democratic setup. Therefore, the government is implementing the scheme in LWE affected areas. Under the scheme, initiatives like tribal youth exchange programs, radio jingles, documentaries, pamphlets are being conducted. 52 crore rupees have been released under the scheme since 2017-18. Road Requirement Plan 1 for LWE affected areas and Road Connectivity Project. This scheme is being implemented by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways for improving road connectivity in Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. The scheme was launched in 2016 to improve the road connectivity in 44 worst affected LWE districts and some adjoining districts in 9 states like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh. The scheme has twin objectives of enabling smooth and seamless anti-LWE operations by the security forces and also ensuring socio-economic development of the area. 17,589 kilometers of roads have been sanctioned under these two schemes. Of this, 14,618 kilometers have been constructed. Telecom connectivity. 3 telecom projects, namely Mobile Connectivity Project Phase 1, Phase 2, and provision of 4G mobile services in uncovered villages of aspirational districts and saturation of 4G mobile services are being implemented in LWE affected areas to improve telecom connectivity. A total of 10,505 mobile towers have been planned, of which 7,768 towers have been commissioned. The entire Naxal affected region will be equipped with mobile connectivity by December 1, 2025. Aspirational District. The Ministry of Home Affairs has been tasked with monitoring of aspirational district programs in 35 LWE affected districts. For financial inclusion of the local population in these areas, 1,007 bank branches and 937 ATMs in 30 most LWE affected districts and 5,731 new post offices have been opened. Skill development and education. For skill development, 48 industrial training institutes and 61 skill development centers have been made functional in LWE affected districts. Since 2019, to fill the security vacuum, 280 new camps have been established, 15 new joint task forces have been created, and 6 CRPF battalions have been deployed to assist state police in various states. Along with this, an offensive strategy has been adopted by activating the National Investigation Agency to choke the financing of Naxalites, which has resulted in a shortage of financial resources for them. Multiple long-duration operations were conducted, ensuring that the Naxalites are surrounded, leaving them with no opportunity to escape. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
To watch more programs of Sunset TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.